Tottenham against Chelsea, 5:30 tomorrow. And it's got us thinking about the best London derby. So, Jamie, why is there such a rivalry between Tottenham and Chelsea?
I think there's just become a bit of needle, a lot more since Battle of the Bridge. And I think obviously Tottenham-Chelsea has always been a game that... It was a big game, but it's become a lot more fierce now. There's been needle with it. One, because of managers. We've had a couple of Chelsea managers and, players have turned us down, gone to Chelsea. I just think it's created an atmosphere. And yeah, look, I love that game. I've played in it at Stamford Bridge. It was an amazing game to be a part of. I still think Tottenham-Arsenal's bigger. For me, that was the biggest game when I looked at the calendar plan for Tottenham when we play an Arsenal. That was the one for me that stood out, and I still think that is the biggest game. But there's a fierce rivalry now between the two. But Tottenham Arsenal for me is the one.
Feels like the North. We're having a lovely morning together. Do you know who I support?
No. You're an Arsenal fan?
Yeah.
I get out.
It was going so well, Jamie. I was like, when do I tell him? So, are you coming to terms with the fact that Arsenal may win the league this season?
No, I haven't accepted yet. I'm sorry, I can't get my head around it. There's a long way to go. We've played 9 games.
Yeah, but they're doing all right, aren't they, Jamie?
No, yeah, they're doing all right. Stoke Newington FC. They're doing all right. Set Piece FC. They're a good team. But there's a long way to go. Look, fair play to Arsenal. They look good. But let's talk about Spurs Chelsea.
I just had to slide that in there.
I don't want to talk about the Gooners. No,
well, let's go back to Tottenham Chelsea then. I was speaking to John Terry very recently, and he says how much he hates Tottenham, and that was the derby he always wants to win.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose when it comes
Chelsea, because Chelsea ain't really got what are Chelsea? Do you know what I mean? They're big because of Roman Abramovich, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And fair play when they spent loads of money, they bought the league a couple of times. But their big games, Tottenham, we don't even care about.
Yeah, but if you think about, there's a theme here because West Ham's big game is against Tottenham, Arsenal's big game is against Tottenham, Chelsea's big game is against Tottenham. So why are all the rivalries against Tottenham?
Because we're the biggest club in London.
I was at the Spurs dinner game speaking to a couple of Spurs fans, and they said that Chelsea's the one for them before Arsenal. They said that, like you just said there, before Abramovich, Chelsea weren't a bigger club than them, than Spurs.
They still ain't.
Pardon?
They still ain't. Oh. They ain't.
What shots fired. He's all over the place this morning.
Spurs,
Champions League titles.
Spurs globally are bigger than Chelsea.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Ooh.
We got a rich history. Arsenal, for me, look, and I hate to say it, but Arsenal are probably the biggest club in London, right? Internationally. Arsenal, with the history they've got with Premier League era, they are. Chelsea, they're big because of Roman Abramovich. They're big because they brought big players in and they've become a big club. Tottenham globally are a bigger club than Chelsea.
Which is the most successful club out of Chelsea and Tottenham now?
Well, you have Chelsea because but if we had a billionaire owner come in 20 years ago, it would have been a different story, right? But we didn't. Chelsea have become that because of when billionaires could come in and spend what they want. Can't do that no more. You're not allowed to get away with it, because there's been rules put in place because of what Chelsea done. Man City were the next club to do it, but Chelsea started the trend. And look, fair play to them. They went and won what they needed to win, but I don't think Chelsea. When I look at Chelsea, I don't think they're a massive club. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, I look at them 3 and go, if I'm thinking of biggest clubs in the Premier League, you have to put them 3 up there as the biggest. Chelsea, they're just Chelsea.
So what are you thinking about the game for tomorrow then? Who are you backing?
We'll get beat. We always get beat by Chelsea. That's why I hate this game. They're a bogey team for us. It's the worst game. I don't know if you had a bogey team. Did you have a bogey team at Villa? Yeah, Wolves.
Always.
Yeah, and it's like we just never get a result against Chelsea. And I'm hoping Thomas Frank can produce a bit of magic. I don't know what his record's like, against them at Brentford. But we never, ever get a result against them.
It's a big game as well, though. The league table, Spurs 17 points, Chelsea 14. Win this to go 6 points above them. Chelsea need to win to get back try and get back into the top 4.
Yeah, last time Tottenham beat Chelsea was, 2 years ago.
But what was
23, yeah.
Yeah, but
2-0.
But there ain't many. If you look over the last 15,
they haven't lost
20,
they haven't won the last 4. So
it's like we just never get a result against them, they always do us. And I just hope that we need Spurs need a big performance.
With Charlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, Chelsea keep getting red cards, so they need to be disciplined and make sure that they actually keep 11 players on the pitch.
He went mad, didn't he, at Delap, Maresca the other day? Did you see it? He was fuming at him. I don't know how that... he's obviously got a discipline problem with the group of players, and he says there ain't, but there is. But I didn't know if I didn't like his interview, the way he dug out Delap. Delap's a young lad, and he called him selfish. He said he plays for himself.
Did he?
Yeah, he went after him. He said that it was a ridiculous, embarrassing red card. You know, and obviously he can't play the game at the weekend, but I thought it was a bit harsh on him. Yeah, he's a young lad who made a mistake.
Do you think it would have been different if he hadn't had all the red cards previously in terms of as a group?
Yeah. I look, they're stacking up. He got sent off as well, by the way. Maresca's been sent off. So, he's got a problem. But look, it's a massive game. Chelsea need the points, but so do Spurs. We need a big performance. We're poor. I thought we was average against Newcastle. We got overrun. We got bullied physically. And I don't like that. You can play nice football, but if you get overrun and bullied, that can't happen, especially this season, because that feels like what it's about. Arsenal, physically strong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At the back, don't concede. Newcastle, big, strong,
Everton,
physical.
they were good, though, weren't they? Defensively as well.
Yeah, we've done all right.
Yeah.
But this is a big game for us. We need to get something from it.
Also feels like the league of set pieces, doesn't it? It's like whoever's going to have the best set pieces, like Arsenal, whether it's from the long throw or defending set pieces or attacking set pieces, whichever team can do that consistently well will go on and get the most points.
Some people ain't even got a long throw. Do you know, I'm watching teams take long throws. They ain't even got a long throw. I'm like, what? That's not a long throw. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, loads. We can talk about it all day.
Set-piece coaches are good. I mean, Villa have got an amazing one. And you've got to mix it up every time you play a new team. So if you do a set piece, you can't really do the same one next week because the team will be prepared for it. Aston Villa scored up one last weekend as well.
Everyone's scoring off them. So, Joe, Kate, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you soon.
Thank you, Kate.